We are going to call this meeting to order. Para traducción en español, por favor, escanea el código localizado en la última página de la agenda. Councilmember Call.
Please stand for the flag salute and stay standing for the invocation.
Let's pray. Father God, we're just once again so grateful and thankful for this opportunity tonight to be in these chambers. Lord, we recognize that you're here. And Father, I thank you for the council that's before us, our great mayor, Lord, Mayor Rachel Hernandez, and the city and the staff, and all of us that are working together, Lord, to just make Riverbank the best place to live in Stanislaus County. Lord, I pray that, Lord, as we get to celebrate tonight, Lord, that there would just be that spirit of celebration in the room, and we recognize the government, finance, employees, Lord, and all since it's Women's History Month, we get to recognize the Riverbank High School cheer team along with their families and their coaches. And Lord, we get to go over the strategic plan progress tonight. I just pray that through all of it, Lord, that we'll be united, we'll be encouraged as we leave tonight, Lord, that you're going to finish what we started. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Uribe?
Here.
Councilmember Fossey?
Here.
Councilmember Call?
Here.
Vice Mayor is absent. Mayor Hernandez?
Here. There are no agenda changes at this time. Any council authority member who has a direct conflict of interest on any scheduled agenda item to be considered is to declare the conflict at this time. Pursuant to Government Code Section 84308 Levine Act, any council authority member who has received a contribution of $500 or more within the preceding 12 months from a party, participant, or their agent related to an item on the agenda must disclose that contribution on the record prior to participation in the discussion or decision on the item and may be required to recuse themselves as applicable. Are there any conflicts? None. All right. We have a couple presentations. So if I could have the finance team join me up front. My eyes are searching. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for coming to celebrate our finance team. They are the ones that make our city go round and round every single day. The ones that are the professionals in making sure that we are good stewards of every single taxpayer dollar that comes to the city. So we want to proclaim this week, Government Finance Professionals Appreciation Week in your honor. Whereas the California Society of Municipal Finance Officers promotes excellence in financial management for California's local governments. Whereas government finance professionals ensure transparency, accountability, and responsible stewardship of public funds in service to their communities. Whereas finance professionals for the city of Riverbank play a vital role in managing municipal budgets, administering business licensing, utility rate programs, overseeing collections, payrolls, accounts payable, ensuring compliance with state and federal laws, maintaining accurate financial reporting in accordance with government's accounting standards, managing enterprise funds, and supporting the city's long-term financial sustainability, often working behind the scenes with little recognition. Whereas California's financial landscape shaped by Proposition 13 and 218, the GAN Act appropriations limit, CalPERS pension obligations, and fluctuating economic conditions requires expert analysis and sound financial leadership at the local level. Whereas financial professionals for the city of Riverbank work diligently to provide accurate and timely financial information that enables informed policy decisions by the council and ensures the continued delivery of essential public services to the Riverbank community. Whereas several financial professionals for the city of Riverbank serve in highly visible public-facing roles and regularly interact with Riverbank residents by providing assistance by telephone and in person within City Hall, representing the city with professionalism and courtesy. Whereas in recognition of Government Finance Professionals Week, the city of Riverbank wants to recognize and honor its finance department for its commitment to responsible stewardship and for its vital role in supporting city operations and improving the quality of life for every Riverbank resident. Now therefore be it resolved that the City Council of the City of Riverbank hereby proclaims the last week of March 2026 and annually thereafter be known as Government Finance Professionals Appreciation Week in the City of Riverbank. Signed by me today and presented to you on behalf of the entire City Council. Thank you so much. And if we could have Tammy, our Assistant City Manager and Director.
Hi, if you guys didn't hear her, my name is Tammy. I am the Assistant City Manager, basically the Finance Director. I oversee finance. And you know, tonight we are recognizing them as a professionals, government finance professionals. Many people think that finance is all spreadsheets and numbers, but our team actually spends a lot of their day helping people. They assist residents with utility account billing questions, and they also serve as customer service to our city staff, supporting employees through their payroll and accounts payable and helping managers navigate budgets. Part of their job is also ensuring that we are collecting the appropriate revenues to keep our services running, which sometimes means difficult conversations with accounts. When accounts fall behind, our finance staff handles those situations with professionalism, patience, and a strong commitment to service. So while they keep the numbers balanced, they also help our residents support our staff and represent the city every day. I appreciate the City Council allowing us to recognize and thank our finance department for their important work they do for our community. And I'd like to welcome Becky Robbins. She's our Assistant Finance Director. She runs the day-to-day and does a great job. And I know she has a couple words to say.
Other than, wow, this is a big crowd. I just want to take a moment to personally thank our finance team. As their direct supervisor, I get to see the amount of work, care, and professionalism they bring to their jobs every single day. A lot of what they do happens behind the scenes, and it's easy for people not to realize just how much responsibility that they carry. From managing the city's finances and keeping everything accurate and compliant to helping residents at the counter and on the phone, they do it all with patience and dedication. They also handle one of the most important jobs, making sure the rest of us actually get paid. And for that alone, I think that we can all agree they deserve a little extra appreciation. All kidding aside, I am incredibly proud of this team and grateful for the work they do to support not only city operations, but also our community. Their commitment and attention to detail make a real difference, and the city is better because of them. Thank you all truly for everything that you guys do, and I truly appreciate each one of you. Thank you, guys.
We get a photo of you all and then we can have the council just stand up behind. Yeah.
So as photos are being taken, on a personal note, I do want to thank the finance department. Having spent 19 years of my tenure here at the city in finance, I got to know a lot of our employees on a day-to-day basis, and I'm really proud of all of the work that they do, the time that they take to care for our residents and make sure that they get the information they need. I truly thank you for all of your hard work. So thank you, guys.
All right. If we can have our coaches come up front, I'm excited to read and recognize you all for Women's History Month. So for Women's History Month, we honor the Riverbank High School cheer team and coaches. Whereas women in America of every race, class, ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. Whereas women in America have played and continue to play critical economic, cultural, social roles in every sphere of the life of the nation by constituting a significant portion of the labor workforce working inside and outside of the homes. Whereas women in America have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force of the nation, and whereas women in America have been leaders, not only in securing their own rights in suffrage and equal opportunity, but also the abolitionist movement, emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, and the civil rights movement, especially the peace movement, which create a more fair and just society for all. Whereas despite these contributions, the role of women in America and history have been consistently overlooked and undervalued in literature, teaching, and the study of American history. Now, therefore, the City Council of the City of Riverbank hereby proclaims March 2026 as Women's History Month and urges the Riverbank community to recognize Women's History Month by celebrating with programming, ceremonies, and activities signed by me and for you all on behalf of the entire City Council. We do want to give you individual proclamations as well, and I want to read each of those to you. And just want to thank you again for all you do. I know it's something in writing on paper, but it's true to all you've done and the leadership that you provide to the girls in our community. I know this isn't your full-time job, and so thank you for all the volunteer effort and the hours that you give. So first, I want to invite Jenna and Haley up. So for Haley and Jenna, through your commitment, discipline, and passion for excellence, you have cultivated not only athletic skill and performance strength, but also confidence, teamwork, perseverance, and character in each athlete you have guided. Your ability to inspire, motivate, and lead by example has created a positive and empowering environment where athletes strive to reach their highest potential. Because of your dedication, athletes have grown stronger, not only as performers, but as leaders and individuals, and valued members of our community. So thank you for all you've done. And we have some special notes too from our coaches for Cassidy. So we wanted to do that and share with you before I present you your certificate.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna cry. We're extremely honored to accept this award, but we wanted to take a moment to recognize the woman behind it all. Cassidy Daniel, in true Woman of the Year fashion, when she was presented with this award, she thought of us coaches and athletes and wanted to include us in it. And we wouldn't be here without Cassidy.
I can't see people cry, then I cry. So Cassidy, your head coach, also through your commitment and discipline, thank you for all you've done and you continue to do. We have worked together in various ways, and I know that we're going to continue to do that. So thank you so much for all you do. All right. You're right. We wanted to include every single girl. So I spent a few minutes writing out signing 45 certificates for each and every one of you. So hopefully you can keep and cherish forever, and know you can always count on us here at the city and your coaches to support you. So I will give you this proclamation. How should we do photos? Social media person? Yeah? All right.
Let me actually work. Hold my sweater and hide it. Yeah. Then I'll have this like on that side right there. Perfect. Just in the. Okay. All right. Right here.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a good one. Move the table by yourself, that's why.
I'm gonna help. Come up now.
All right. The most exciting part, we have a strategic plan progress report.
It's always exciting when I get to present. So Mayor and Council, tonight we have a progress report on our strategic plan. For members of the public, the full update is included in the staff report and it goes through all of the items that are part of the strategic plan. My presentation today is only going to touch on those items that we've had additional work being done on since my last progress report in October. So what's the purpose of a strategic plan? It's to provide the city council and our community a clear long-term roadmap to align priorities, guide our budget and staffing decisions, and ensure transparent accountability for our results to our residents. So through this strategic planning process, the city council established a mission that our City of Riverbank mission is to provide high-quality professional services and a safe, family-oriented community for our diverse residents to thrive. Our vision statement, which is where we see ourselves in the future, is the City of Riverbank is a regional leader in sustainable development, offering a unique, culturally diverse, safe, and welcoming community with a thriving downtown, recreational opportunities for all ages and abilities, and sustainable economy, collaborating with local and regional partners. We have some core values that our city council and our city staff take into consideration when we're making our decisions. Those are integrity, transparency, collaboration, diversity, respect, accessibility, innovation, responsiveness, and accountability. And so the first of our goals is to enhance our city facilities and our organization itself. So one of the projects that the Human Resources Department, or excuse me, wrong one. This is our research available funding or issue a RFP for a new city hall. So we have been struggling with additional space for our city staff as we've continued to grow. So one of the items that we are currently working on is looking for additional space to build a new city hall and be able to house all of our city staff under one location. In the interim, we have now obtained a lease for some additional office space here across the street at 3313 Santa Fe. Our Development Services Department is going to be located there, and we're referring that as our City Hall East. So if you hear City Hall East, that is where it's located on Santa Fe. And of course, we are still having ongoing conversations regarding a site location for that future City Hall. Our continuing with our enhanced city facilities and organization, we were going to obtain costs to improve our CNG maintenance facility, but since we were able to move forward with the additional office space at City Hall East, we're no longer going to focus on any additional office space at the CNG maintenance facility. The third item, establish hiring and staffing policies, including a classification and compensation study This is the project that our Human Resources Department has been working on for the past couple of months. That classification and compensation study is near completion. We are currently going through the meet and confer process with our labor groups. The second goal is to improve public communications. So since our last update, we did issue the request for proposals for a formal communications plan, which is going to include a social media policy, translation services policy, and public access to information. That contract was awarded on January 27th to JPW Communications, and we've actually already held our kickoff meeting and our first biweekly meeting. Our next goal is to support public safety. So we continue to collaborate on North County corridor closures. We ensure that all stakeholders are involved and are informed. So that is in progress. Staff is now attending the weekly project status meetings so that we make sure that the city is involved with any updates that we need to pass on to residents and to the city council. Second, implement code enforcement for vacant buildings. So currently the fee proposal is being developed as part of the vacant building ordinance. So no further changes need to be made to that ordinance in order to be able to move forward with enforcement. Our goal to foster attainable housing. One of the objectives there was to work with builders for attainable housing options. So we did issue a notice of funding availability, or commonly referred to as a NOFA, for affordable housing projects. And we are currently exploring options to partner with Central Valley Attainable Housing in order to have some projects constructed here. Our next goal to support downtown revitalization and economic development. I mentioned earlier an update for ordinance for our vacant buildings. That's no longer necessary. And so the fee adoption is what we're currently going through. Next objective was to provide childcare facilities incentive, and that's currently available via Stanislaus 2030 initiative. So we are referring any residents who are interested to obtain services there. Our next goal of infrastructure, we were to conduct a feasibility study for the wastewater treatment plant and water reuse options. So that is in progress. Council did award the contract to Blackwater Consulting, and within the next month or so, we will be receiving a presentation on the first phase of that feasibility study so that council can then refine the potential options down before we do any final review. Next goal, to prioritize financial sustainability. We did talk about reestablishing our budget advisory committee with citizen involvement. So we are currently recruiting. If anybody is interested, our applications are available on our website, and they are available here in the office at 6707 3rd Street, Suite A. Any questions can be referred to our city clerk. And with that, with one of our goals for our strategic plan is to make sure that residents are able to access the plan itself and to be able to access the quarterly reports. They are available on our website as well on the strategic plan webpage. And that is all from staff.
Thank you. All right, we are going to move on to public comment. At this time, members of the public may comment on any item not appearing on the agenda and within the subject matter jurisdiction of the City Council LRA Board. Individual comments will be limited to a maximum of 3 minutes, and time cannot be yielded to another person. Under state law, matters presented during the public comment period cannot be discussed or acted upon.
Mr. Mike Heisinger?
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Heinzinger. I live out in the Parkwoods neighborhood in Crossroads. I wanted to, as always, thank the City Council and Mayor for their I know it's a lot of hard work, dedication, time, effort with challenging issues. And I also notice my wife and I occasionally go to events, and we always see many of you, if not all of you, at different public events. And I think that's great, helpful for the community. Just wanted to thank you for that. And I think your behavior as a group is professional, friendly, efficient. You're getting things done. And I also see that reflected in the varied staff. Not that I've had a lot of contact with different, but just when I talk to people, I find them great here at the city and the way they respond. Tonight I'm visiting because I wanted to mention, you're probably, many of you are aware, the Riverbank Public Library was reopened after a remodel, and it's now, it was wonderful before, but it's even brighter and friendlier and nicely redone. And the Friends of the Riverbank Library kind of went on hiatus around COVID time, and we're trying to get it started up again. So I'm here to kind of just let people know we're going to be having a community meeting for the Friends of the Riverbank Library on Wednesday, April 1st at 5 p.m. in the library. And the Friends of the Library is a group, many libraries have them. They're groups of people, volunteers who just support and promote the library, maybe try to raise a little extra funding for some additional programming or things to do in the library, provide a little extra funding for some books, and then also just kind of promoting the library as volunteers is a great thing for the community and also for all the different people who can go there and use it as a real valuable asset. So again, I'm just promoting it. I don't know if the meetings will be once a month on Wednesday, but just encouraging people and trying to get the word out to different people. So Wednesday, April 1st, 5 p.m. in the library, we'll be meeting, and we're just looking for people to attend, share your ideas, see what we can do to help the library now and in the future. Thank you.
Mayor, that is all the comment cards we received.
Are there any is there any public comment presently or online?
There is no one online wishing to speak.
Eight. We are going to move on to the consent calendar, items 9.1 to 9.4. Is there any discussion or a motion?
So I'll make a motion to approve the consent calendar as stated.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Uribe?
Yes.
Councilmember Fosse?
Yes.
Councilmember Call?
Yes.
Mayor Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Now we are at comments. City manager, can we talk about something else?
Just a couple of comments for tonight from our Public Works Department. Unfortunately, our street sweeper is still being serviced as there are parts on back order. We are looking into alternative ways to ensure that our streets stay safe and clean. So we will be actively working on that. From the Planning Department, the fourth draft of the housing element was submitted to the Department of Housing and Community Development on March 4th. A public hearing for its adoption and rezoning of several parcels in the city limits has been scheduled for March 31st at the Planning Commission. That is a special meeting, as they did cancel their March 17th meeting. And then April 14th for our city council consideration. From the Finance Department, utility bills that were issued in January and remain unpaid were assessed late fees on February 10th and should have already received their 10-day notice of disconnect last week. So accounts not paid by Monday, March 16th at 5:30 will be subject to disconnection beginning Tuesday, March 17th. From the city clerk's office, this is a comment once again about our budget advisory committee. So help guide Riverbank's financial future. So we're recruiting residents to serve on the committee itself. The committee advises the city council on the city's financial health, operating budget, and long-term fiscal sustainability. Applicants must reside within Riverbank city limits, and the application period is open until April 9th or until all the vacancies are filled. And please contact the city clerk with any questions. From Parks and Rec are on Saturday, March 21st. Bring your pets down for photos with the Easter Bunny at our Jacob Myers Park Dog Park between 10 and 12 p.m. And then from my office, as I mentioned before, we did issue the notice of funding availability of 1.5 million available for the construction of permanently affordable rental housing. The funding is available through a direct allocation from Senator Susan Eggman. The NOFA is available on the city's website on the city manager's page. And that is all from staff.
Thank you. Councilor Odiba.
Thank you, Mayor. So on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, they're going to be holding a mixer at Costco tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. to 8:30. It is open to the public, so all are welcome. March 12th, I'll be attending the Central Valley Division General Membership Meeting with the League of California Cities in Tracy. These are regional meetings that bring local electeds across the Central Valley to discuss policy issues, best practices, and just kind of collaborate with each community. March 17th at 3 p.m. We'll be hosting an informal meeting to discuss the possibility of a Blue Zone project here in Riverbank. So the ideas behind the Blue Zone projects is to look at simple ways that communities can support healthier lifestyles. So this is going to be the first meeting, small group discussion, hear ideas, expectations, and then see where that kind of moves forward. Looking ahead to April 16th at 5:30 p.m., Riverbank Sister Cities Committee will be hosting a Tamasula night celebrating our sister cities relationship with Tamasula de Gordiano in Jalisco. So we are encouraging residents who are from that region or anybody that's interested to come connect with neighbors, share stories, share cultures, traditions. We would like to implement some of that at our event in September. So we're hoping to get some good feedback there for the next event. And lastly, I would like to encourage my fellow council members to consider directing staff to begin reviewing the possibility of a speed hump policy for the city of Riverbank. I have been, several more residents have kind of reached out, encouraging us to do something or to begin some kind of policy framework. So suggestion would be to have the traffic committee start looking at what that could look like and then bringing those recommendations back to city council for a discussion. And that's all I have. Thank you.
You, Councilmember Fossey.
Thank you. March 14th, the Historical Society is having a fundraiser at Red Robin, so please come over there. On Saturday between 11 and 6, we will have our fire engine there so the kids can come and sit on it and take pictures, and then you can go in and have a great hamburger. March 17th, the women's group is meeting at Scout Hall at 6:30 p.m. I almost said a.m. That I wouldn't be there. And we hope to see anybody would like to show up for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Call.
So first, I wanted to start off, a couple weeks ago or a week ago, Sergeant Hickman was celebrated at the Board of Supervisors meeting for his 25-year anniversary with the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Department. So I wanted to bring that to Riverbank as our sergeant and current chief, fill-in chief. How would you say that?
Acting chief.
Acting chief. So congratulations to you on your 25-year anniversary. And with that, I recently celebrated some anniversaries at a couple of our businesses, and I reached out to the city manager and I asked her how we celebrate milestone anniversaries here at the city. And I was thinking about my tenure here on city council, although it's been short. We haven't had any milestone anniversaries celebrated here during city council meetings. So I'd like council support in coming up with some sort of milestone process for 1-year anniversary, 5-year, 10-year, 15, 20, because we do have a lot of longstanding employees. And I think it's important that the city knows people love working here and they're here for a long time. So I'd really like council support in finding a way to acknowledge those employees at future meetings. And then the speed hump policy, I would like a presentation from the traffic committee on traffic hotspots and other potential opportunities for the speed humps. Coffee with a Cop is tomorrow at Starbucks Target from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. it's a great opportunity to come and meet those who are policing our neighborhoods, some of the additional staff who comes and helps. So come out to that. And then lastly, there's been a lot of conversation about the housing element and forced rezoning some of these vacant properties. And I was just kind of pondering on solutions that could potentially help with this. So I'm looking for a sphere of influence adjustment to where the North County corridor is our most southern boundary. Coffee becomes our western boundary. Roselle is our eastern, and then Patterson Road becomes our northern boundary. So I'd really like council support in that as well. And that's all I have.
You. There's the moment where there's just so much going on. It's hard to, I'll just say Stan Cog, is continuing to, get to a new standard of normalcy after the last year, and the grand jury, resolvement. We're currently going through that. We just hired a new executive director. Her name is Amber, and I forget, her last name escapes me. Collins. We'll double check that. Amber is her first name. And so we're excited to welcome her. I am sitting in 2016, Stanislaus County passed a half-cent sales tax that's for 25 years. And I'm part of a new ad hoc committee that is going to assess the oversight of the sales tax. So I think it's great to do some periodic check-ins to ensure that there's proper oversight of that measure. And that's it for now. So we are going to close session. Right, okay, I got confused. It says no item scheduled. 11.1, liability claims pursuant to Government Code 54961, claimant Damon Mayfield, agency claimed against City of Riverbank. Item 11.2, liability claims pursuant to Government Code 54961, claimant DT California LLC, Arise, agency claimed against City of Riverbank. Item 11.3, conference with real property negotiators pursuant to Government Code 54956.8, property 3300 Atchison Road, APN 132009069, agency negotiator Marisela H. Garcia, city manager, property negotiator Del Rio City Center LLC. Under negotiation is price, terms of payment, or both. Is there any public comment on these items? Any online?
There is no one on Zoom wishing. to
All
speak.
right, we are going to adjourn to closed session.
Good night.
are adjourning from closed session. Item 12.1, report from closed session. Item 11.1. The claim was unanimously denied. Item 12.2, report from closed session. Item 11.2, the claim was unanimously denied. Item 12.3, report from closed session. Item 11.3, no direction has been given. The next regular city council meeting will be April 14th. The regular meeting for March 24th has been canceled, and we adjourned.